But I'm also reworking on this structure here. I tried this. I'm not sure to what extent I like the look with the ring. I had in the previous design a polygon that was just like hex shaped like that. And while I don't dislike this, right? Like, mind you, this guy wouldn't mind the ring right now because it's not supposed to be there. Like, this is what I had before, and you can tell that it's, I mean, it kind of works. Dropped an entire rocket stage. Yeah, seriously. Whoopsie daisy. If you look at, what pictures could I show? I guess, well, I mean, so hold on a minute. You'll see what I'm talking about. So if you look at this here, it's super hot. It's hard to, like, it's all piping, right? Like, this whole thing here, my understanding is that this is all a part of the fuel and LOX feed that works its way up into the injector nozzle. So you'd probably, one of these would probably be fuel, and then the other one would be the oxidizer. Hey King, what's up, Kingslow? Swampy, good to see you. Good evening. So all this is the truss structure, which is fine. That's not difficult to do. But I'm trying to. Does this view help, or does it confuse? I think it confuses me a bit more. So I'm trying to get. I want to try and do this actually. Right, and I know a way that we can kind of do that, just like using tubing. Basically, we can sort of hack that up. So initially, that's why I had used the hex shaped polygon, but the problem with that is, hey Ethan, Skybound, how's it going, man? I told you guys I was going to start to stream a little more, a bit more regularly. I'm staying true to the word, trying to at least. They had painted nozzles. I guess. Hollow fillet tank. Well, so that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, this is, I'm attempting to see what it would look like if we. So the one thing that annoys me about the new procedural parts thing is that they were so close to getting it all right. Hey, just Tops, how's it going, man? They were so close to getting it all right. Like, you can make, you can make a hollow cylinder, a hollow fillet cylinder. You can make a hollow cone. You can make a hollow cylinder that doesn't have the fillet. You can make a polygon, but you can't make a hollow polygon. You were that close. That close, man. That's the one thing. That's the one option I would have wanted. It's the one thing they don't got, man. You can do everything else, but just like no hollow polygon. So what I think we can do. I mean, we can. How good it's going to look is, well, I mean, we got to just try. So we'll crack her open and we'll get to work. And this is what it looks like on the inside. It's a beautiful mess of tanks and everything. I tried my best to keep the clipping at a minimum. If you want more hollows, you need to get a new GUI for procedural parts. Maybe. I suppose. I mean, leave it to me. Leave it to me of all people to kind of find the one thing that's quote-unquote missing. Even TD was defeated by the lack of hollow polygons. Yeah, turned a polycube into a polycylinder. But did he try as hard as he could? Could have. Maybe. Maybe not. The other thing we'll have to fix too is it might be here. I'll close these fairings back up because it's going to be a bit easier to get a good idea. But this one bar here, initially, the way that I did it was just like the one solid bar that goes across, right? But if you look at how good is this shot? There we go. If you look at this shot, you can see it's kind of angled downwards a bit. And then you've got this other bar here. So this guy is slightly angled downwards. So we can, that's an easy fix. That's a fairly easy fix, to be honest. He admired after that he could have just made a cube out of a wing. I've done stuff like that. I mean, this here on my Transtage is procedural wings. This being on procedural wings, because you can make some shapes like you can't make this shape, you know, like trapezoidal based on that angle with like the rounded top or the leading edge. You can't really do that with. What are we doing? We're tweaking the looks, the aesthetics, not so much the workings of the Transtage. I'm not gonna lie, N9 was actually kind of the reason I'm doing this right now, because I don't know if you guys are all caught up on the latest episodes of For All Cobra Kind, but yeah, seriously, BC, exactly. Great for all-edge motors mounts. Yeah, I've done. I mean, yeah, this is basically that. I've done that on my S4 as well. I have to retweak this one as well because this one got kind of borked. Like you can see some of the leading edges are in like the color hasn't updated, so I have to retweak this one as well. But see, some of the tanks are floating, so some of the shapes got warped when I updated from 1.8.1. But yeah, to your point, BC, like basically this is based. So that's my all-edge motor, and that whole thing here is just like it's procedural parts, or not procedural parts, but procedural wings. So like I've been doing this with like making kind of like an aero shroud out of procedural wings for a long time, man. So yeah, bang on. Yeah, I think N9 of the three, like I love Carnassa, Penguin's awesome, but I think N9's really he's the one that more closely mirrors the approach to making KSP episodes from what I do as well. So I got mentioned in Carnassa's for yelling at the yeah, I remember that part. That was kind of funny. Yeah, that's a nice shout out. All right, enough chat. Let's try and get some work done. I don't have a ton of time tonight, but I mean, we could always pick it up wherever we left off, finish, whatever. You understand what I mean. So here's the strat that we're gonna do. My root part is this ring here, so I'm gonna be mounting everything off of that. I found Carnassa and really through N9. Who did I find first? I know Penguin was of the three the last. Carnassa, I quote unquote discovered because he basically reached out to me, I think, about starting a channel, and he basically started his channel at the same time as I did, but unlike me, he made content to no end. But yeah, so it has to be, yeah, N9 would have been the first then of the three that I discovered. I don't exactly remember at what point I discovered N9, to be honest. But we're all mates now. You can do far better for an N1, trust me. I see, like, Beardy, I haven't watched Beardy's episode yet, so I'm not even sure what his N1 looks like. Yeah, there's very little footage about the N1. Very, very little. What am I looking for? I just want to see. Okay, so the outside is a joint. So this part's going to be flat and that part's going to be flat. And I think we can see that here as well. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll have to do, let's get the shape first right. I know I'm going to need a filleted cylinder for one. These guys are how big? Justin Bright, yeah. N9 has a habit I found of commenting on every single new RO series. Found him on. Yeah, Justin Bright was like popping off episode after episode, and he was doing a pretty good job. Like he was kind of just ad-libbing it as he went, which was like the exact opposite of what I do. I don't script my episodes, but I script the narration and all that. But yeah, like I haven't seen anything from him in quite some time. I think he just kind of dropped it. I think he got sick and tired of it, or I don't know. It's a shame. He was doing a really good job. I'm gonna need one of these pictures on my second monitor here. You guys can't see what I'm seeing on my second monitor, but I'm just looking at one of the Transtage pictures. Check Calvin Discords. Okay. I'm going to checking Calvin Discord. Hold on. Checking. Loading. Loading. Trevor. So we've got a Titan 3C, an Atlas Centaur, a 3B, and Delta Wen. What's characteristic about the 3B? I know the 3D is basically the 3C, but without the Transtage. I don't remember the 3E. He's got the Centaur, and then there's Titan 4. I don't remember the 3. Oh, the 3B is that the? Oh yeah, it's like got it's got the narrow fairing on top, and it's no SRMs on the side. Okay, yeah, I remember it now. Lucy does a pretty good job with the detailing typically. That's a lot of clamps on the base, man. Honestly, like aesthetically, the N1 is a pretty simple looking build. Agena third stage. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Exactly. Exactly. I actually, hold on. Hold on. Is it gonna load though? It's probably. Hold on. Hold on. Is it gonna load though? It might not load because of no. It's gonna be. It's fine. Some of the shape is gonna be bonked because yeah. See, like the fairing doesn't. The fairing hasn't updated. I have to reshape that fairing. That's one of the things that kind of broke when I went from 181 to 110. I was confused there for a minute why. I guess I just need to back this guy out. And there we go. But yeah, this is basically that. That's exactly it. And there's the Agena. Right here. So you've got the 34, which is this, and then the 24B had a fairing that wasn't the same diameter as this guy, but narrowed down to the same diameter as the Agena. But yeah. Yeah, like I'm debating at one point about using the hydrogen version of the what is it, the LR87, I think. I really like. There's another one that was developed as a hydrogen engine. It's like a smaller J2, and I think it's the LR87. I can't. This guy, I think. Yeah, I like this guy a lot. I want at some point to use it. It's like it sits in between having like a couple of RL10s and like a lesser J2 engine, but it's a lot smaller. But it's got like high specific impulse and a lot of power, and I like it a lot. This was actually developed, test fired significantly, and had like super promising results, and then for whatever reason was scrapped. So it goes. Love your work. Hey Johnny, welcome to the stream from New Zealand. Hey, nice. Welcome, and I appreciate the shout out. Where's my Transtage? Here we go. Smaller J2, H. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay, so this is gonna have to shrink in length. Nope, nope, nope. How big? How high? About here. Shorter. 500. And what about... We'll try that. We'll see how that works out. How do you figure? How do you figure that the J2 was better in many ways? To be completely honest with you, I don't have a rich history of what the hydrogen LR87 did, so you might be onto something I'm not familiar or aware of. Educate me. You're kind of doing an all history, so does it really matter that the engine got off the ground? No, that's the thing. No, it really doesn't. I mean, like my triple core Titan is 100% all the history, and I've been using that thing for... That thing's been saving my program right now because it's the heaviest lift I've got up until the Saturn that we got. Transtage is obscure probably because it was used almost solely, I think solely on the Titan 3C, which was used mainly for like classified military USAF missions, right? The 3C, the Titan was basically built so that the USAF could have independent launch capacities for keeping SpySats up and going. Because if you look at the Corona satellites that were really early on, and the Hexagon satellites, which were like the really bus-sized ones, those were still using film canisters on board, so they had to like regularly launch those to keep, you know, working satellites that could still take images up. So the 3C was used a lot to launch those payloads up. So classified stuff, you know, not allowed to talk about it, no real press coverage, no social media at the time, so all that kind of stuff just works out to having something that's not really going to be talked about that much. Let's get... I'm just looking at a picture right now at the same time as I'm doing this. I'm trying to figure out the angle of the pipes and all that. And it's not easy. The what? Triple core Titan reminds me classic asparagus staged. Asparagus staging would be... No, the asparagus staging would be my my Atlas build, like the fat Atlas, the Atlas Aurora with the drop tanks on the side. That's asparagus staging. But the triple core is basically... Yeah, it has a similar architecture to the actual Titan with the SRMs, because the SRMs would fire first, and then the center core would fire afterwards. The M1. I mean, just maybe go to J2s instead. How is this thing even stacked here? Double-barreled Thor Delta. What do you mean, like a double barrel as in like 2 cores stacked in parallel? Like that? I mean, have you seen some of the proposed H1 designs? The one that has like a side core? Because that thing, I like that thing a lot. I think I have pictures of it. Do I have pictures? I think I have pictures of it. Hold on. I hope I do. I love the H1, by the way. It's a great rocket. Really nice. Do I? Where am I? JAXA, H2, HT. I don't have a picture of it, but anyways, I've seen a lot of it. Anyways, we should work on that, on this. There's also some international system design that looks like that. Yeah, true, true. Huh. Yeah, Trevor, that is properly cursed. I'm not gonna lie. What's the angle in between sides and hexagon? What's the internal angle? Like, what is... I don't know why I can't remember, but what's this angle here? Does anybody actually remember their basic, what's this angle here? 90 degrees would be here. Like 120? Does that make sense? If anybody could look that up, I'd be much obliged. Is there any way to trim down the mass of this Transtage? Just like, seeing how it's made of so many discrete parts. I mean, the mass is overwhelmingly just fuel. Like, it weighs 13.3 tons as is. 60? No, it's not 60. It's what are you talking about? It's a lot more than that. 60 would make it like a triangle. It's got to be like 120. And 2 times around. So 4 times 180. 720. 720 over 4 is 120. Mental math. Are my mental maths good? Let's get this guy back down here. $30. How should I? It can't be 60 because if it was 60, it'd be like a triangle. Because the square is 90, so you have to be more than that. So let's see how close this gets us. This is not quite. Just trying to get a rough idea. This is way too high. Too low. In. In again. F for better part movement. I can't grab it. What does F do? I didn't even know that. Huh. So absolute versus interesting. I had no idea after hundreds of hours in this damn place. You tell me this now. There you go. Even the mighty Calvin still has something to learn. Yeah, I'm honestly constantly holding shift while I'm in here. Constantly holding shift. Does that look right? Nope. Nope. I think they're too short. It's super hard to make out exactly how the piping is from that picture. Super hard. There's not a lot of really good pictures of this damn thing out there to look at. So I mean, there's this guy here, which is what I'm looking at. But how much offset there is exactly is really not super easy to make out. Yeah, I had been thinking about doing that, actually. I might be even with let's do that. Even just with these guys, that's at least going to act as a reference point. Because yeah, per your point, there, that's about it. It's about right. Something to that effect. Actually, you know what? Better idea still. It will be better to... We'll do that. Hollow cone, hollow cylinders. There you go. We'll do that. That. It's about that. We'll get the edges to be like a nice, yeah, just to make it easy to spot. And then we'll get rid of the rings for now, at least. Okay. That is roughly, from what I can tell, that's roughly what the shape should be, the offset. A bit bigger. Let's go about 100 more. Yeah, we'll do that. That. That's going to be a lot easier to do. Good move there, Swampy. Really good idea. Much better to do that. A lot simpler. And it's even going to help with the length as well, which is nice. Let's do that. 85 and maybe 460, just to get some nice overlap. Now, the question is, do I want it based like that? Yeah, doing something like this, like using another part as a reference, something I've done a lot in the past as well, and it's super helpful. So not like that, but let's go full 500. That. Yeah, the remembering to press F part. I've never it's not doing it this time. There we go. Yeah, that's a great trick. That guy should snap right into place. Why is the glow still not? This thing is possessed. There we go. Yeah, see again, that's another thing. There's what is this? There's fine adjust. How does this work? See, that's the thing. Like it's brute forcing it the way that I'm doing now is like that's how I've always done it, and it's just like I've gotten so used to that way of doing it, even if it's not optimal. I don't even know. Radiator Transtage. Yeah. It's nuclear powered. It's a nuclear version. Nervo Transtage. See? Like... What? Uh-huh. Delta amount. Translation amount. Hold on. Let's try this real quick. I'm not seeing... any difference here. But I'm probably doing it wrong. Nuclear J10s. Exactly. This is going to be... See, the arrows just do that. Most people have a bind to lower their DPI for accuracy. Kelvin has DPI. Yep. pretty much. Pretty much. Position debug. I'm afraid of screwing something up. Settings. Max symmetry 20. Fine. You press your arrow keys and it moves the part. But I must not have my things bound correctly in that case. Show angle snaps. That's fine. Yeah, so we're using these. That's fine. How do you use this guy? This is the one I want to know. Whoa. What? Uh-huh. Okay, hold on. Uh-huh. Whoa. No. I can't. Oh my god. What? Okay. Uh-huh, I see. I got it. Oh god. I've made a mess. Can we reset? No, we cannot. Damn. I see now. Uh-huh. Yeah, there we go. So, what about now? That's still a lot. What about now? It's laggy though. But interesting. But I mean, honestly, like I've gotten so used to this that I don't have to think about doing this method, but I do have to think about the other way. So, yeah. This guy here, for some reason, isn't exactly cooperating with the other ones for some reason. But no worries. We'll just do that. Hold on. Let me look at the pictures again. That sounds about right. It's gone nuclear again. So there we go. Now if we get rid of this guy for now, that's not too far from the truth. Okay. We'll get rid of these because we know we won't be using those. Get this guy back into position. Like that. Atlas with drop tanks, yeah, I've done that, so I approve that part, but it's still a stage and a half, yeah. LR-105 vents its exhaust down a hole in the middle of the tank. You're gonna have to share that. I need to see this. Genuinely curious. The plume would probably ruin the effect since it would clip through. Yeah, I guess. I mean, in KSP, yeah. But were they using that? So that's the exhaust from the pre-combustor or whatever. And it's going through. I'm trying to visualize this. Stage and a half configured. Vents its exhaust down a hole in the middle of the tank. Like just out in the atmosphere, like to repressurize the tanks. Two to three bits. Testing my patience, man. 2 to 3 business days. Where's my ticket number? Okay. Uh-huh. Not bad. That's pretty close. We've got to do some tweaking with this, because this guy does not exactly connect like that. It's really more something like that, and it connects to this guy here like that. Do that, bring it back up again, and we'll bring this guy down just to get it out of the way. Does that look right? Hmm. What do you think? How close are we? I think we're pretty close, but it's hard to tell exactly, right? This guy is a bit of a mess here, but that's really not too much of an issue. We'll just shorten it. Yeah. Something like that. This guy's a little too high. Carnassa, are you not in bed? I too am currently detailing an upper stage. Are you now? Do tell. What are we working on? Are we allowed to have some fact secrets? Or is it all hush hush? Can you share anything? Astris? Europa added Carnassa. Astris is funny. I am not familiar with Astris. Astris? Astris Rocket. I'm not sure if I've Astris Rocket. That's a terrible picture. So it's like just an upper stage. Okay. And the engine is complete shit. It can't burn for. I mean, like, what era is this? This is kind of funky. I like that. So that would, okay, so like a vernier kind of thing, like roll control here. Not sure what these guys are. Helium tanks, maybe? I think I might have seen this thing at some point. But this is, like, the earlier European stuff is definitely stuff I'm not super versed. 64, yeah. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, the really early European stuff I'm not incredibly versed on. Like, Ariane 4 is kind of where it starts for me. I knew about the lipstick rocket just because it's so kind of weird. Quintessentially British. But, yeah. But Ariane 4, and then from that point on, like, there was, like, several variants of it, too. That thing was kind of a weird design, but cool looking rocket nonetheless, I think. I like it. Mix of, like, liquid boosters and solid boosters, but it's nice. I like it. So, how good does that look compared to this? The one thing that I would love to have, that would be, I don't think it would look great, would be like having both of these, the fuel and oxidizer feed lines. It's a shame that that wasn't modeled in the AJ10. And I'm wondering if this is maybe too big, because it looks a little strange to me. I think it might be a bit too big. Let's see what it looks like in space. Yeah, the 4 boost area on 4 was nice. Not gonna lie. I like that one a lot. Hypergolics. Hypergolics for the win. There's a Chinese rocket, one of the Long March rockets, I think, has something similar to that. I can't remember which one, though. I mean, most of the Chinese rockets run off of hypergolics. Missed it. Missed the sunlight. Damn it. Alright. Nice. I forgot. I was like, what the hell is this? Oh, yeah, that's right. The part I just offset and forgot. It's not too... I think it's just a lit... I'm not sure if this offset is... Where's my aim camera? I'm not sure if this offset is too much or too little, but it's hard to tell. It is too big. In more recent version, they add a short bell, AJ10 Advanced, which is the one that is more accurate to the real Transtage. Perhaps. I actually don't know, but it's just it's with regards to all of the detailing that you have on the outside, right? Like all of this. The bell does look a little shorter on here like more of a wide mouth, stumpy look. So like a shorter bell length, but larger circumference. Seems like, but like none of this. This stuff here, like the one we've got, basically has none of this. It's just super clean, right? So it's kind of unfortunate that it would have been kind of fun to have that sort of added detailing, because what's really, really hard to do, well, I mean, you can't actually really do it nice, is like that, the rounded shape. Like you can't really get a high circumference like this, like a really large bend. You can only kind of like jank it, kind of like a sharp something like this, right? Like that. So that you can do comfortably, but do you want to? So does that look weird or does it look right? I don't know. It feels... Do I have any... No? Input locks? Where's the clear input locks thing? Ariane 44 LPA, my beloved. Isn't there like a clear input locks button they added? Or is it just when you're on the KSC menu? Okay. There we go. 2 solids and 2. Yeah, that's the one. Rotate. Mm-hmm. Nope, this way. Wrong way. How fast am I going through? Slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay. Let's do that. It's gonna be way too high. Do that. I like to typically use about 2x zoom. Adds a bit of focal effect. A lot of it looks right, but some of it just doesn't look. I don't think it's far off though. I think it's pretty close. Okay. That gives me a bit of an idea. We'll do one last thing before we call it a night, for tonight at least. I want to fix this guy. Let's go down to 2 from that. So this view here is DD, which is a cutaway section cut from here, and we're looking up. So we're looking right at this truss segment here. So I'm looking to, the two parts I'm working on would basically be this guy and that guy, if I'm not mistaken. The meme vessel was this meme vessel. So this guy apparently just goes across. No. How's it going, Ghost Boy? We're just we're reworking the aesthetics off of the Transtage, of the truss segment. I'm trying to get it to have something more of a faithful look to the real thing. So we reworked this portion here, which is basically the fuel lines from the oxidizer and fuel lines, which respectively go from here up to here. We can't really do this and make it look nice, unfortunately, but we reworked this part here, and now I'm reworking some of the truss components here, this guy there, but I'm not completely, I've not decided yet how happy I am with whether or not, how accurate, how faithful this is of a recreation. I feel like it's a good first step, but we'll see. It feels right, but also kind of wrong. So we'll see. But there's one of the great tricks to getting something to be good is work on it and then put it away for a while and then come back to it later. Very useful trick. I also think mine might be too wide. I mean, mind you, it doesn't have to be an absolute carbon copy there, but so how was work? How was work, ghost boy? Good day, long day, productive day? That's better. In reality, this is not actually the way it's supposed to be. It's just that the actual ping, 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 cursed atlas awaits you. Nice. I'm gonna check it out right now. Okay. Do you know what it was called? Long exhaust. Sustainer engine. What is going on? Sustainer engine. Electrical. Sustainer engine, turbine exhaust duct. For equipment pod. Yeah, that's standard. Oh, what? The LR105 is all the way at the top? Like it's here? What? What? And it's just like thrusting through? Like, what is that? I'm not sure. It's called Curse Atlas. I found it and it led to a dead link, so who knows where it led. I mean, this makes no sense. Somebody was messing about, because that just makes absolutely no sense. But it kind of does look like one of those old kind of engineering proposal drawings that they make up and that we get to see on the web because somebody decided to copy the book into a scanner, and you get this kind of weird blurry font and not super nice etching. That's properly weird, man. But I mean, I don't know how that would work, man. But everything inside of me tells me it wouldn't. Like, when would this guy ever be used? That doesn't make sense. Man. What in tarnation? Yeah, none of this makes sense. All of the piping there, like, yeah, that's fine. That's how Atlas kind of was. It's a very bad Atlas A diagram. Concept allows circularize on the other side of the orbit without turning around. I just got to go. Busy day tomorrow. Same. I think this is kind of on that bombshell, you know, as Clarkson would used to say. But yeah, I mean, this is really very bizarre, and I'm pretty sure this is just fake or a joke, because it doesn't make sense. I don't understand what the story behind this is. It's super freaking weird. I'm trying to understand in my mind how this would work, and I can't come up with a good answer. Well, I think this would be the perfect time to end the stream, to be honest. I went a little longer than I initially wanted to, but like I said, you know, these weeknight streams a lot of times are going to be, I guess, casual, at least until we get to launch stuff. But yeah, bit by bit, getting stuff ready, and then we're gonna just like have back-to-back missions. So, did you hear the Dacios? Oh, goodness gracious, those were the days. Those were the days. Love that show. Did you hear? I did hear. Anyways, good night, everybody. Thanks again for stopping by, and stay posted. I will try to be more forward or better at announcing there's a stream coming in rather than just hopping on, but there's a good chance that might kind of be the format because it's hard to tell when I'm free or not or whatever. But before you sleep, check your Discord once more. I'm afraid. I mean, that's funky. How do you get all three or the two back? Can you switch fast enough, or FMRS? Can you imagine how crazy it would have been to actually see something like this in real world? I mean, that's like Falcon Heavy dual landing boosters kind of stuff. Flyback, everything. I'm still looking at this. I don't know how well I'm going to sleep tonight now. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Triceratops. No, that would have to be done with MRS, yeah. FMRS. Never used it. Never had to. Might at some point. Who knows? We'll see. Anyways, enough of the rambling. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and stay tuned for the next stream announcement, and we'll get the series underway real soon. Anyways, good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Calvin Maclure.